free food pantry that's in the church parking lot, or contributing to the Caring Fund. Impacted church members can reach out to Reverend Kim. We want your family bread. Each year at First Unitarian, we celebrate Thanksgiving with a bread communion. This year, we are inviting the whole congregation into the baking. We want you to bake a family bread, just one loaf, please, and bring it next Sunday. For more information and to sign up for Bringing Bread, please see the e-news. We have moved the Building Fund fundraiser to February 7th. The Hanging of the Greens party is Friday, December 5th. Dinner was catered by Gooseberries. Santa, holiday crafts, and tree decorating will occur. There'll be a holiday sing-along with Celia's Yuletide Express, and it'll be a lot of fun. Check the e-news for more information and to sign up. Join Reverend Kim and others on the Remember the Removal Walk, Ride, and Bike on Saturday, December 6th in Steelville, Missouri. This event will commemorate the original Trail of Tears crossing in Missouri. Advanced registration is required. All profits benefit the establishment of a Trail of Tears monument in Steelville. See the e-news or the church website for details about signing up for this. And finally, the First Unitarian Social Justice Committee's 2026 planning retreat will be on Saturday, January 10th from 9 to 1 p.m. Again, see the e-news for details about the retreat. This morning is our annual Partner Church Sunday, where we celebrate the fellowship between our church and our partner church in Sofalva, which is in the ethnically Hungarian area of Romania, in the area called Transylvania. There will be goodies downstairs in Fellowship Hall after the service in honor of our guest minister, who will present a review of his research in the Clark Room at 11:30. So you can go to the reception and then take your food with you, if you'd like, over to the Clark Room. Now please, center yourself in preparation for worship. Where we affirm the worth and dignity of all who enter. We gather in community, understanding that we are all sacred beings, diverse in culture, experience, identity, and theology. Our values invite us to a shared community of truth and meaning-making. Together, we foster a spirit of gratitude and generosity so that all may feel welcome and all can thrive. We are glad you're a part of our community this morning. Please enjoy our prelude, numbers 1 and 3 of 4 small piano pieces by the Hungarian composer Franz Liszt. Will be performed by Ellen Hoffman.
Isten hozott, which is Hungarian for welcome, or literally, God has brought you here. I am Kimberly Perry, she, her, a member of the Partner Church Committee. Our opening words come from Andrew Kennedy. We come to love a church, the traditions, the history, and especially the people associated with it. And through these people, young and old, known and unknown, we reach out both backward into history and forward into the future to link together the generations in this imperfect but blessed community of memory and hope. Please rise as you are willing and able and join us for our hymn of the month, All the Beauty We Have Known, number 326.
Good morning. I'm Carol Watson. I've been a member of the Partner, she/her. I've been a member of the Partner Church Committee for many years. And this morning's chalice lighting, we share the words from a Unitarian minister, Judith Quarles. At this hour, in small towns and big cities, in single rooms and ornate sanctuaries, many of our sibling Unitarian Universalist congregations are also lighting a flaming chalice. As we light our chalice today, let us remember that we are part of a great community of faith. And may this dancing flame inspire us to fill our lives with the Unitarian Universalist ideals of love, justice, and truth. This is our connection moment, and we love connecting with everyone, but especially the kids. You know, I think you're sort of rug huggers, because that's a really comfortable rug down there for you, and we're so glad you're here today. Yeah. You glad you're here? I hope you are too. So our connection moment today is through the woods. Over the river and through the woods, to grandmother's house we go. How many of you remember that? Singing that when you were, okay. You? Do you know that song too? No? Okay. Maybe I'll have to come and teach it in your class at some time. Okay. Well, through the woods, this is our season of thanksgiving, of gratitude, of connection, and thanksgiving for all of our connections. Our partner church connection goes back several decades. I mean, we've been connected for a long, long time, and it is a connection that has brought us joy and understanding of Unitarianism. And if you ever want to travel, I hope all of you on the rug want to travel someday. If you ever want to travel, yeah, you already have. Well, that's a start. Okay. Then I hope you get to travel to a place called Transylvania, through the woods. When you visit Transylvania in Romania, and I encourage any and all of you to do that, you are going through, which is trans, the Sylvan woods. Hence you get the word Transylvania. It's not a scary place at all. It's a wonderful, beautiful place. And yes, okay, you will discover Vlad the Impaler, ruler of Wallachia, and the man upon whom most vampire tales are indeed based. But while he did not suck anyone's blood, at least that we know of, right? He was renowned for his cruelty. Now, if you can imagine being a child and being sent by your father to be a child hostage with the brutal Turks, you can maybe understand where this guy was coming from as an adult. Okay. So no vampires in Transylvania, but what will you find? Unitarians. Yeah, Unitarians of Hungarian heritage who will welcome you with open arms to their beautiful country of fascinating castles, picturesque villages. A trip there will open your hearts and your minds to our Unitarian history. They're full of it there. And to our partners in Unitarianism. Mo is now going to show us a few slides, and I'm not going to say much, just a little here and there, and it'll be quick, I promise. A few slides, so if you want to look up at the screen, this is our village, Csokfalva, in Transylvania. These are some of the beautifully carved wooden memorials, sticks. Oh, and look at that, riding their horses through. All right, and that's the church. And there's a look down through the village. And this is what the inside of the church looks like. It's beautiful. And this is one of our ministers. We've had connections with several ministers through the years. Now you're back outside. See those mountains? Those are the Carpathian Mountains, and they make a ring around Transylvania. And here are our partners, a number of our partners coming out. Egy az Isten, God is one, is what you see on the church there. And here we're visiting and we're having, just a wonderful, wonderful time when we go there. There you can see markets. And here we are celebrating today, as we do, celebrating our partnership, connection, and giving thanks.
Each week, we bring our joys and celebrations, sorrows and concerns with us into this community. When we share our news, both happy and sad, we nurture gratitude for all that is our life. This morning, as I read the joys and concerns, you are invited to come forward and drop a stone in the bowl for those things that are weighing you down, and take a bubble wand and blow bubbles as you return to your seat for those things that are lifting you up. This morning, in our community, we hold the worry for a sweetheart's health. And we are concerned about a son-in-law struggling with addiction. We hold these concerns with tenderness and compassion. May they be lighter because they are shared. As a community, we also share our joys and celebrations with one another. In our congregation, we offer our congratulations to Laura Zacher on her retirement. Whoop, whoop. And in our community, we share the peaceful joy of a calm home that is a break from chaos. And we celebrate a joyful, moving wedding celebration with friends last night. Congratulations. We lift up these joys with gladness and celebration. May they be magnified because they are shared. With many joys and concerns remaining unspoken in our hearts and minds, please join me in a spirit of prayer. At the conclusion of the prayer, we will sing a special Transylvanian response, once in Hungarian, once in English, and lastly all together. And I believe Pam and Kimberly are going to help us sing that, right? Yep, excellent. So you'll have helpers. Spirit of life and love, holy within and among us, we hear your call to partnership. We hear the siren blast demanding, the hoarse shout pleading, the kind request seeking, the soft whisper requesting, asking that we pay attention, be present, offer our consideration and notice to the truth that love is all around us, that love wants to partner with us. Holy mystery, source of hope, we thank you for the love that partners with us in times of hardship and uncertainty, the love that holds us in moments of suffering and hurt, the love that inspires us when courage and compassion are needed, the love that moves us when acts of grace and justice are required, the love that invites us into relationship and is the catalyst for transformation. Love wants to partner with us. Breath of the universe, source of wonder, may we forever know the power of love to create change. May we forever trust the heart of peace to bring solace. May we forever experience the blessing of wisdom that inspires gratitude for all the ways that love partners with us. In honor of all that holds reverence and meaning, we pray. Amen, and blessed be.
Holy I'm Mike Nolan, the oldest living member of the Partner Church Committee, and the oldest living member of any committee I'm on, actually. I'm dressed this way because this is a vest that would commonly be worn in Transylvania for church or for parties or for anything. It's like a formal vest. I bought it in 2008, and my late wife was concerned that where I would wear it. So I wear it once a year, and if I live long enough, I'll probably make up for the spending of the money here. But I think it's pretty cool, actually. The First Unitarian Church of St. Louis strives to be a welcoming congregation, inspiring lives of loving kindness and integrity by nurturing spirituality, building community, and advancing justice. One of the ways we do that is by sharing the plate. This morning's designated collection is for the Partner Church program, which supports our partner church in Kolosvár, Transylvania. Our partnership is spiritual, we worship together. It's educational, we learn from each other, and it is financial. Our church's financial support of the Kolosvár Church helps several students attend school. It supplements our minister's salary. It helps fund projects for the church and parsonage. I invite you to contribute to our church's Partner Church program, either in today's collection or any time through the church. I also invite you to join our committee. As our friends in Kolosvár would say, kusunam, thank you. Please enjoy our offertory video, a recording of children performing traditional Hungarian folk dances taught by Laurent Tokes, the former minister of our partner church in Kolosvár. That's our church, in case you haven't figured that out. There we go. It's a well-known tradition in Transylvania to dance without music. have that age kids, and the girls are always about a foot taller than the guys. One year, many years ago, we had someone who taught us that. Dance is sort of simpler than that, but like that, and we did them down here. That was a zoo and a half, but it was fun, you know. Okay, well, for your gifts today and every day, thank you. First reading is from Reverend Gretchen Thomas, Assistant Minister of the First Unitarian Church of San Jose, California. I'm so grateful to this partner church program for giving us this opportunity to know these remarkable people and to have our lives changed by who they are and what they have lived. These connections with Transylvanian Unitarians offer all of us the unique and real opportunity to stop thinking North American and become truly interconnected points on a globally interdependent web. The second reading is from Richard M. Folks, First Cherished Church, Norwell, Massachusetts. The Transylvanian Unitarians have a proud religious heritage of faith and tolerance dating back 4¼ centuries. We American UUs have much to learn from them in terms of their example of strong and enduring faith born out of struggle and material hardship over many generations. We can count ourselves blessed to call them brothers and sisters in a common faith that treasures both freedom and tolerance. Today, we are honored to welcome Dr. Lehel Molnar to our pulpit. He is currently the archivist in residence at the Unitarian Church Headquarters in Kolosvár, Transylvania, and he's been conducting archiving work at the Starr King School for the Ministry in Berkeley, California. He's an ordained Unitarian minister and received his doctorate from the University of Szeged in Hungary. Dr. Molnar. Murray. Come on, takes me a while.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. Oh, sorry. Good morning. Dear siblings and friends in faith, I feel privileged to be here with you, and I would like to thank for all of you, your invitation and your hospitalities. Relationship and friendship are vital in a human life. As a Hungarian proverb says, it is in difficulty that we learn how it a true friend. This truth has been proved throughout the Ukraine crisis and historically after First World War. Ukraine, neighboring Hungary and Romania, where I come from, has endured brutal war for nearby 3 years. The world rushed to help Ukrainian refugees with weapons, food, and necessities. The Hungarian Unitarian Church sends monthly aid to the war zone, and the Unitarian College houses Ukrainian refugees in its dormitory. A large Hungarian and Romanian minorities lives in Transcarpathian Ukraine, their homeland. Unfortunately, even before the war, the Ukrainian government didn't always respect their minority and language rights. But when war broke out, Romania and Hungary immediately extended friendship to Ukrainians in distress, proving they were true friends in difficulty. A similar situation occurred after First World War, through with different actors. After the Treaty of Trianon in 1920, Hungary lost 2/3 of its territory, and many Hungarians become minorities overnight. With the Transylvanians annexed to Romania, the largest Hungarian minority was established. Romanian authorities declared a state of siege with censorship, physical punishment, and suspended freedom. The Hungarian population felt unsafe, and by 1923, Budapest counted 200,000 refugees from Transylvania. American Unitarians helped Transylvanian Unitarians, and in 1923, exactly 102 years ago, the sister church relationship was established. American congregations partnered with Transylvanian ones, providing financial and moral support to congregations could survive after the war. Now, I will discuss the connection between Hungarian and American Unitarians, starting with bizarre event in Kolosvár, Transylvania, during the 16th century. Unitarianism was born in Kolosvár, but few knows this town received an unusual guest in 1574, an Indian. Yes, an American Indian. This Indian is a main figure in a colloquy, Catechesis Christiana, a literary theological work appearing in 1574 in Kolosvár. Its author was Jacobus Paulologus, the Greek theologian, the boldest anti-Trinitarian ideologist of the 16th century and friend of Francis David, founder of the Unitarian Church. The Catechesis Christiana is fiction, but no less valuable. Character included Samuel, a Jewish merchant, two young men from Kolosvár, Peter and Paul, representative of Lutheran, Roman Catholic, and Calvinist churches, and Telephus, the Indian. They turn to the town's wise preacher, identified as Francis David, for answers about religion. The priest explained non-adorantism, Unitarian dogmatics over 12 days. Telephus, the Indian, is portrayed as an incomparable, naive savage whose simply moral and natural rationalism contrast with European Catholic superstition. He describes the new world, this Telephus described the new world as inhabited by peaceful plugmans who adore the rising sun, not because the sun itself is God, but because we love most he who sent us the sun. Paulologus believed that following nature's urge, people can understand intricate theological and philosophical truth, while natural religion can develop the soul of the degree relations needed to rise higher. In his 1572 works, the Tribus Gentibus, about the three nations, Paulologus stated God has three nations with correct conceptions: Jewish, descendant of Abraham; Christians, including Catholics, Orthodox, Armenian, and Protestants; and Muslims, calling them Tursi Christian. He distinguished between fide narrationis, faith in historical narration, and fide promissionis, faith in divine promise, believing this make true Christians from Muslims. We have indirect connection between Transylvanian and English Unitarians. The work De Falsa et Vera Unius Filius Dei, the two books on the false and true knowledge of the one God, possibly printed in 1570, prove such connection existed. This is the most important and mysteriously anthology of Central Eastern European anti-Trinitarianism, serving as the manifesto of Polish and Hungarian anti-Trinitarians. It first appeared in 1568 during debates at Gyulafehérvár prior to the Torda Edict decree. Evidence shows Francis David and comrades planned in a 1572 edition dedicated to both King John Sigismund, Prince of Transylvania, and Queen Elizabeth I of England. A Latin dedication, Queen Elizabeth is described as a pious defender of the refugees church, resurgent churches. Francis David knew about Giacomo Acantius, Sebastiano Castelliu, Laelius Socini, Bernardino Ochino, and others, all associated with the Strangers' Church in London and sympathizers of Elizabeth I. Therefore, the editors dedicated the second edition to the Queen of Elizabeth, Queen of England. Paulologus also wrote Adversius Pii IV, Elisabete Regniae Angliae, never printed, but presenting Elizabeth England as a counter of tolerance. In his dedication letter, he defended the Queen against Pius V's excommunication. Transylvanian Unitarians cherish warm feeling for Queen Elizabeth. An adherent was Budai Parnésius István, Steve István, the first Hungarian who traveled to America. Parménius was born in Buda and likely studied at the Hungarian school in Kolosvár around 1570, when Paulologus was teaching there. Paulologus's sympathy for Elizabeth I probably influenced his students, guiding Paulologus toward England and the New World. He may have heard the Christianismi Catechism, as influence can be traced in his work, De Navigationis. This guy, Parmenius, wrote this work, De Navigatione, presenting the new world as an alternative to Europe suffering from Turks and the Pope. He expressed that the uncorrupted inhabitants living naturally without tyranny could ensure a new golden age, reachable only by sons of countries independent from Turks and Pope like England under Elizabeth I. Parmenius arrived at Oxford in 1581, becoming acquainted with Richard, Barclay, Sir Humphrey Gilbert, and other explorers. Admiral Gilbert, a favorite of Queen Elizabeth, was granted right to found a colony in the New World. Parmenius joined Gilbert's expedition present when Newfoundland was founded on August 3, 1583. An expedition chronicler, he described their voyage with poetical beauty. Unfortunately, he died prematurely on August 29. The ship Delight went down in a storm near Sand Island in English, drawing about 100 sailors, including Parmenius. He was the first poet to write about the New World, America. We have had regular English connections since 1821, when William John Fox, secretary of the British and Foreign Unitarian Association, sent a letter to our consistory, Transylvanian consistory, titled Unitariorum in Anglia fidei historiae et status presentis brevis explicatio. Our American relationship began in 1831. Alexander Farkas Bölöni was the first Transylvanian Unitarian voyage to the United States in 1831, writing the popular book Travels in North America. He presented young American democracy as realizing French Revolution ideals, comparing it favorably to his restricted homeland. The book, including a Hungarian translation of the Declaration of Independence, becoming a bestseller until banned for its liberal ideas by the Habsburgs. That book was translated also in English. It's available online. You should Google it. During his voyage, Alexander Bölöni Farkas met Unitarians and reported to the Church of Transylvania. He became acquainted with Reverend Henry Ware, Jr., secretary of the American Unitarian Association, who began corresponding with Kolosvár brethren. Connections radically changed in 1868 when Charles Dahl, a missionary from India, traveling from Calcutta to United States, visited Kolosvár. Staying 2 weeks, he toured parishes with Professor Gergely Bencédi and lectured about India and American Unitarianism. Church leaders seized the opportunity to send a letter to the American Unitarian Association, entirely published at the Monthly Journal, written May 20, 1868. Transylvanians expressed regret at previous failed Connect attempt, but hoped for future cooperation. Hearing Hungarians will celebrate their church's 300th anniversary, the American Unitarian Association Executive Community requested Reverend Dr. Frederick Henry Hedge, then in Europe, to represent them, sending greeting in Hungarian. The American Unitarian Association offered to finance translating Dr. Channing's book into Hungarian, German, and Hebrew. Secretary Charles Lowe wrote, I quoted, "We know how much your literature has done for us. The writings of the Fratres Poloni still have place in our libraries. We shall be glad if we can make some return by sending to you the thoughts of our best writers." End of the quote. Kolosvár readily accepted. The council responded with a delighted letter describing the whole synod. Regarding Channing translation, they wrote, I am quoting, "Channing's work and other American Unitarians into Hungarian and German. We have already begun for translation. From Dr. Channing's writings, we have translated several and published them in our periodical, The Christian Seesawer." That journal still exists as the oldest Hungarian theological historical journal in Transylvania. Was published, the first edition, in 1961. The Hungarian Unitarians mentioned their both 19th century project, building a Unitarian church in Budapest, Hungary's capital, to direct and consolidate the religious thoughts of man from the center. These 1868 plan for translation and buildings mark the beginning of stronger American connection. Initially just letter, actually visits soon followed. The main sources for our connection is 314 letters exchanged between 1881-1912, held in the Hungarian Unitarian Church collecting archives. A more elaborate collection exists in Hungarian translation, the album of the Hungarian, English, and American correspondence between 1821-1922. The best chronicle is the 4-volume handwritten album, 900 pages, which should be published. Let's do it. By the 1970s, Channing was available in Hungarian in 6 volumes. The Hungarian Unitarian professors at Kolosvár translated the Channing works in 6 volumes and was published and now is available from that. In 1973, an important Budapest event decisively influenced our connection. During the Vienna World Exhibition Fair, part of the Anglo-American delegation came to Budapest. Hale E. Edward, New York priest, editor of Old and News, John Fretwell Jr., a key figure about the connection between the American and the Transylvanian Unitarians, and the women Emma Sutwich. Transylvanian representatives were Domokos Simén and János Kovács, Theological Academy professors. This fruitful meeting led to the American Unitarian Association sending large sum to support building the Budapest Unitarian Church, over the following 2 decades. If you visited Hungarian Unitarian Church in Budapest, you will see how beautiful is that building. At that building is, we are very thankful for you that you contribute to be realized in a real life. Private person also supported Hungarian Unitarianism. Anne Richmond from Providence, Rhode Island. Thank you. Rhode Island also supported Hungarian. Offered $5,000 in that time on March 3, 1875, to create a teaching position at Kolosvár High School. The sum was banked in the US, sending $500 annually as salary. Kolosvár received this with great excitement, immediately organizing the department named for Anne Richmond, taught by young physician teaching biology and zoology. Not only US secretaries wrote letters. Unfortunately, we lack the original of the most valuable letter from William Howard Taft, 27th US President, written February 16, 1909, politely answering Bishop Joseph Ferenc's congratulations on his election. Connection between more elaborate after 1882, when János Kovács visited the United States for 6 months to collect funds for modernizing education. After Kovács, the next visitor was György Boros, then theological professor, then become bishop of the Unitarian Church. In May 1900, representative of many like-named Unitarian, liberal, Christian, and non-Christian churches worldwide were invited to Boston, Massachusetts, celebrated the American Unitarian Association 75th anniversary. The American Unitarian Association sent a letter in June 5-6, 1899, inviting church leaders to the festival and announcing a simultaneous international conference. Samuel Atkins Eliot, the secretary of the AUA, later president, wrote Bishop Ferenc József on January 5, 1900, suggesting Miklós Józan, Budapest Unitarian minister, join the bishop. Considering his age and health, the bishops suggested George Boros, theological professor, go instead. Since Józan Miklós couldn't leave Budapest ministerial work for months without replacement, only Boros was designed to participate on that event. Boros left Kolosvár on May 2, 1900, attending this important gathering where the IARF, International Association for Religious Freedom, was founded as well. And that was idea of both Samuel Atkins Eliot and George Boros. After meetings, Boros remained mainly weeks in America, receiving an honorary doctorate from the Harvard University for his church activities and American Unitarian connections. I would like to mention that because Ferenc József cannot attend on this event because he was old and his health wasn't enough good, he sent a wax cylinder recorded his voice and his greetings to the American Unitarians. I am still looking for this wax cylinder all around the United States because it would be a great discovery to hear Ferenc József, Bishop of the Hungarian Unitarian Church, address it to the American in English. And let's see if together we should find this wax cylinder. I already was looking for all around Berkeley and Chicago, Midway Lombard at UUA Center in Boston, but I don't know where it should be. After First World War and the Treaty of Trianon, Louis Craig Cornish led a delegation seeking lawful solution for Hungarian churches now in minority status. The Partner Church Council was founded, and the American Unitarian siblings helped us surviving war losses. We met our true friends in difficulties. Many Hungarian students subsequently studied at American universities, including Ferenc Balázs, János György, studied in America from the early 1900s, receiving a Harvard doctorate. Returning home, he became professor of biblical science, but later resigned from personal and church political reason, emigrated, and probably dying in South America. We don't know where. Interestingly, some rare book collection books now at Starr King School for the Ministry come to Dr. Wilbur through this John György. After Second World War, Transylvanian American Unitarian relations were interrupted. For decades, as Romanian communist power didn't allow cooperate with capitalist states. Relations were limited to a few formal letters. After the 1989 regime change, relations were reestablished, renewed. Partner church relations were re-established, and many young Unitarian ministers receiving scholarship to study at Starr King School for the Ministry and Midway Lombard Theological School in Chicago. But discussing these developments is the subject of another presentation. Thank you for your attention.
Köszönöm, that means thank you. Let's see. Okay, our closing hymn is 322, Thanks Be for These, set to a traditional Hungarian melody. Please join us as you are willing and able.
Thanks be for these,
Please join us downstairs for the fellowship hour and to greet Dr. Molnar. And for the presentation at 11:30 in the Clark Room. Our closing words come from our former partner church minister, Levente Lazar, during his sermon there, during our visit there in 2009. Today, we have guests from our partner church from over the ocean, from the other part of the globe. They want to breathe our air, our love, our faith. They want to show us the most important connection, which comes from inside and works without help. Love is present in our lives. It can be a bridge which defies time and space, makes possible the real connection between our congregations, and gives a common aid for our different lives. Please stay for the postlude, Suite Opus 14, Movement 1 by Béla Bartók, who was a Hungarian composer and a Unitarian. Dr. Molnar mentioned that his church in Budapest, Mike and I visited there. It's a beautiful church. As your final act of worship after the postlude, turn and greet your neighbor.